Welcome to Optonome CEO Corner. I'm your host, Dennis Dicker. Let's get started, shall we? Welcome. Happy Friday. Today we'll be covering some of the many news topics going on in the industry. Let's get started. Referral rejection rates, patient complexity, and home healthcare reaching all-time highs. While referrals to home healthcare are ballooning, providers are rejecting them at an unprecedented rate. As hospitals scramble to place patients in the hands of appropriate post-acute care providers, skilled nursing facilities referral volume has rebounded. Home health referral volume also remains above pre-pandemic levels, but providers are struggling with staffing challenges and sicker patients. Data from WellSky's 2023 Evaluation of Care report shows just how significant those issues have become. And I'll share that. All right. Study highlights physical therapy's clinical financial benefits among Medicare beneficiaries. Increased physical therapy utilization is associated with significant reductions in hospitalizations and emergency room visits, more evidence shows. Meanwhile, home health providers are still grappling with how to manage physical therapy under the patient-driven groupings model. A new patient from the Alliance of Physical Therapy, Quality, and Innovation showed that an increase in PT among Medicare patients could reduce healthcare spending by $10 billion. Wow. PT users were 50% less likely to visit the emergency room or be hospitalized for a follow-up injury in the 6 months following their initial fall. An important distinction, however, is that the data track users who are already experienced a fall. Interesting. I'll share that article as well. Adult day emerges as new potential service line for home care providers. Again, these are non-medical. It's saying even though adult day has been struggling since the pandemic, I never really was a fan of it because early on, while I share the article, early on, Medicaid officials let me know that clients wanted to be in the community. And so I always had that instilled as far as the values of the organization. So you should too. As far as adult day centers, it's okay to have a meeting location, but people should continue to move about in the community and increase their social capital. Good luck there. Home care providers are embracing Medicaid, turning away from private pay as costs rise. I'm okay with that because regulation is intense on the Medicaid side. So just think about it. You have a choice, more regulation or more costs. So what the article is saying, the cost of out-of-pocket home care services in the U.S. has steadily risen. As a reaction to that, some providers are proactively relying less on their private pay revenue streams. And I've seen both. Actually, our providers focus on their Medicaid, where I do see some smaller other organizations that focus just on private pay revenue. I've also seen franchises that have tried both, but they didn't have the right systems in place. And usually if they have the choice of which one to drop, usually it's Medicaid because of the regulation requirements. And the expenses have gone up where people can't really pay the difference. People want more money for their time, but Medicaid services have increased where people can't really pay long term or the increase in rates for private pay services. All right. Leveraging technology and relationships to build disability pride within the community. I also share this, and as far as building connections and empowering lives, it goes back to the increasing social capital and the different types of solutions that are available. And the way we really approach that type of um, increase or help people increase their social capital is really through the autonomy application and how we're helping people in their local community find activities and things to do. Within the autonomy application right now, we have more and more deals, more and more things that people can participate in. Hopefully, we add more listings so people can do visits to homes and open houses. Kids can find things to do, or trainings, or tutorials. Parents and family members can have ongoing training, introductions to new things. And as a family or with friends, you can find things to do, such as exercising, shopping. There are more and more shopping um, activities. And so you definitely have more and more things to do, and hopefully you do see those items as well. This past week, we did add um, update the autonomy application and Android application. Some of the many features that were added were the speakerphone for conference calls. You can now click on that speakerphone option. A lot of bugs were fixed, and the main one was really the tracking of the different types of visits, and the details are better viewed right now, and they better alert you all while providing services. And the goal for this is to help reduce the number of rejected claims when submitting those visits. You want to get paid on time. We do our best on our end, but everyone, including the entire team, should know how you're utilizing those units so you can get additional units if needed, or move on to a different service related to a different service code. But we want to avoid any of those rejected claims. One of the updates that is coming up is your ability to add items to your calendar when you're interested in participating in an activity. So right now you can add items to your calendar, but it automatically adds at I believe the next day, 24 hours later, where you should be able to change the date, but it'll be a lot easier at the time of adding to calendar when you'll be able to adjust it to your liking, or down the line based on what's available in your calendar. So you can choose different things and it automatically populates within your calendar. So if you have a huge availability, you just find things to do within the autonomy application will automatically populate. Hopefully they're all on demand and online, but I'm pretty sure you'll have some in-person events and activities you will want to participate. Again, so you can increase that social capital. More people get to know you. We're talking about clients here. DSPs can participate in those activities with clients in their home and community, and that's how social capital is increased. Right? From there, you can find different types of volunteer opportunities or anything along those lines. All right. And I'm hopeful that as more and more people do use the autonomy application, that you'll be able to, you really be able to not be bored or lonely. We are in a lonely epidemic. I believe that's what it's called, loneliness. And the goal here is definitely to help people find things to do, participate in activities. I'll try to get the shopping event category here, but you can see it on mobile. All right. Over the weekend, we'll be doing a lot of updates as we prepare for the many events that will be added to the Optonome application, as well as helping more people participate in these events. As far as the mobile application, there are minor bugs and fixes. Please let us know if there are any issues. When you start services, or if you're you or your staff are having trouble starting services, they should log out of the application and submit just a ticket, a help desk ticket, without logging in. And that goes to our entire team so we can fix right away. All right. So please create a channel, make it public, drop a drop pin, and we'll add your logo to it or anything else. But definitely start testing this out. We can go into more details next week on maybe more as it relates to the different topics that we'll be discussing during the week related to your business. But I wanted to give you all, during this CEO call, an update on the drop pins and how the application is improving. We're definitely leaning towards growing the pool even more and have more influencers attract more entry-level workers. The goal for entry-level workers is to find those DSP drop pins and from there start training. After a while, we're hopeful that they will take the RBT training. It's a 40-hour training, but at least as a DSP, you can start working, where over a 3 to 6 month period, you probably can do a 40-hour training on demand. You can split it up into different times, and you'll be able to do that here. Once you're an RBT, you can receive additional mentorship and supervision from a BCBA, and you'll definitely have a step-by-step ladder to climb at your based on your availability. You can move up, you can earn more, you can gain more experience in the healthcare industry. And we really want these DSPs to feel valued and for them to have all these different options as far as their career. I'm hoping that they do share the opportunity with their friends and family, and we have more healthcare professionals with a different mindset about moving forward in the healthcare industry. It doesn't have to be working in a stagnant job for 10, 20 years where you're maybe getting a $5, $10 raise over that time period. If they're able to get their master's degree and start their business with Optonome, who knows, after 10 years, that's a huge opportunity for them to go through school, be a staff for one of your agencies for 10 years while going through school, where they're gaining that experience, where once they're out of school, they could really get a huge jump start. If I have a DSP that is working for me for 10 years and then they're able to get a master's degree and start their business with Optonome, I would definitely send a referral their way, all right? Because I know that that referral will be not only receiving quality services, this person is vouched for themselves. They not only care about the industry, but they do care about these clients to stay in the industry for many years. So that's really how we want to approach this. And as more and more DSPs and entry-level workers use the Optonome application for career growth, hopefully they're also using it with their families, and also receiving the best mentorship for you all. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching, everybody.
For home healthcare, there's a value-based purchasing model that's getting more attention. It gives providers more support